What's going on, everybody? Mike Bonner with the Credit Cafe, and I just wanted to welcome everybody to our very first episode. Our goal and our mission for for these workshops that we do every Friday, is just to kind of provide you guys with tips and strategies on things that you can do to build positive credit and to maybe fix some issues with your own credit when and if you have the time. So today we're going to be talking about our very first episode. We're going to be talking about why you should never pay for collections. And as we talk, like I said, this is a little bit different than most recorded videos. If you're watching this live, then you'll know why. There's a lot of, we're working with this. We're gonna flow. We're gonna flow with this. So through live events. This isn't meant to be a recording. This is meant to be a workshop where I get the thought process out, and you guys ask questions, and we get those questions and stuff answered for you on a weekly basis. So you're gonna hear me talking like a normal person. This is not gonna be pre-recorded. I'm not gonna be editing anything out. I'm simply gonna be doing the workshops every Friday, provide you with the information, provide you with the tips and strategies, and then I will download the live version of what we just did and make it available for you later on in a recorded version so that you can catch up in case you either didn't have a chance to watch it earlier or you just need to watch it over again. So again, today we're going to be talking about why you should never pay for collections. I'm going to be going through my notes as we talk about this. And again, most of these sessions will only last about 10 to 15 minutes. And as we grow, people will have questions. We'll open up the floor for questions. So again, believe it or not, there's a secret reason why you should never pay for collections that we're about to reveal right now. If you have a stubborn collection account that won't go away using general disputing strategies, paying it off is never a good idea. Most people will tell you differently. They believe that you have to pay it off in order to make it go away, but the way that I train, the way that I do my own credit repair for my clients is we don't agree with that strategy. We understand. I understand why they would think that way, but the exact opposite is almost what we really want to do. As logical as it may sound, by paying off an old collection account, or thinking that it would only help your credit score, it actually does more damage than good. And to explain on that a little bit, the older an account is, the less of an impact it has on your credit score. So when you pay or settle an older collection account, it doesn't just go away. What it does instead is it restarts what we call the time clock. So instead of it looking like an older account that has less of an impact on your credit score, now it's starting to look like it's a recently paid collection, and it renews the date of last activity, both of which hurt your credit score more than when it was considered an older account with, again, like as I said, a lesser impact. That's why debt collectors do their best to convince you that this is a positive solution. They make you feel that paying it off will help, but all it does is give them more control. Debt collectors, they don't, if you haven't already guessed, they don't care anything about you. They're only in this for the money. And at the end of the day, that's what they care about more than anything to get you to pay off this debt. They're buying your debt for pennies on the dollar, and then anything that they collect above that is considered a win for them. So if you've ever tried to get a home loan or use your credit for something, you may have encountered lenders who will require that a collection accounts be zeroed out or paid off as a condition of the loan. And maybe it's not about the loan. Maybe you just want the harassment to stop and you're eager to get everything resolved. Now, when either of these happen, instead of settling the account or paying it in full, I'm going to encourage you to do this instead. Decide what you're willing to pay or what you can afford in your budget, and in order to put it behind you once and for all. And then we're going to negotiate what we call a pay per delete. Again, that's pay per delete. You want to remember that because, and you'll see why. It's a big difference between paying the collection off. We say never pay collections, but what we're really saying is you don't want to pay it a certain way. You don't want to just give them the money and let them have control over what happens after you pay that off. We want to do what we call a pay per delete instead, where we are paying off the collection either as a whole or in payments. But we're giving ourselves more control by doing it this way. And again, you have to remember it works because at the end of the day, these debt collection agencies, all they want is their money. They want to make some kind of profit off of your debt that's bigger than the pennies that they paid to get the debt from the original debt collector. Once you and the collection agency settle on an agreed upon price, make sure it's in writing, and you pay the debt collector off. The collection agency should delete that account immediately or as soon as possible. Once the mission is accomplished, it will be gone from the credit report like it was never there. And if that doesn't happen, again, the reason why we get it in writing is so that you can use that agreement as proof that you can give to the credit bureaus. And the credit bureaus, once they see that proof, they'll remove it from your credit report for you. And at the end of the day, always remember, never pay collections first. Always go to a pay per delete method because, again, the older an account is, the less impact it has on your credit report. But if you want to get it paid off, then negotiate with the debt collection agency to some kind of amount that you guys can both agree upon, and that you have it in writing that once you pay that amount, that they're going to remove it from your credit report. It works. It improves your credit score. And it's a little known fact and secret, and I just kind of wanted to explain that to you so that you can get the upper hand on these debt collection agencies. And as always, if you have any questions about the topics that we discuss in the Credit Cafe, I encourage you to send me an email at credredemption@gmail.com. And if you don't have time to take care of your own credit or credit-related issues, please feel free to visit my website, credredemption.com. Where I'll be more than happy to give you a free consultation and credit analysis. We don't have the floor for questions today because since this is our first episode, we didn't have a lot of people join the room simply because they didn't know about it. I will get better at marketing. I will get better at putting the information out there. I want to have this room brought together where we can all kind of sit back, ask questions, whether it's about the topic, whether you have your credit report sitting in front of you, whether you've got a response from the credit bureaus. I want to be able to answer those questions for you. And that's going to be like the second half of what we do during the Credit Cafe. However, since we don't have anybody in the room today, we're going to go ahead and end this session. Feel free to send me any questions that you have. Oh, one more thing. I do have one more thing for you. As a bonus for this Credit Cafe, I don't know where I'm going to put this yet. But if you need it sooner than later, be sure to send me a message. It is a letter template for a pay per delete. In case you can't put the letter together yourself, or you just need some insight on how the letter should be written, send me a message or just look for links either on the website. I'm going to create a blog after we do our credit. After we do the Credit Cafes, I'm going to put the what do you call it? When the review. The recorded version of our workshop, I'm going to put that into a blog on our website. It'll also be on YouTube. But if you get it from the website, I'm going to have a link to this to this pay per delete letter template that you can download and use in case you need to contact the debt collection agency to get this item removed from your account. Anyways, I'm Mike Bonner. I appreciate you guys listening. I will see you guys next week. Not sure what the topic will be about until Monday, but I will let you guys know, man. I hope this has been of value to you. Please feel free to hit that like button or make a comment and ask questions, man. Take care, guys. Have a great weekend. Peace.